Dear students, let's discuss about steps in planning process. Basically, there are 6 steps involved in planning process. The first step is all about awareness of opportunities and problems. Second, collecting and analyzing information. Third step is determination of objectives. Fourth is determining planning premises and constraints. Fifth, finding and evaluating alternative course of action. And the last step is implementation of the design plan or the designated plan. To begin with the first step, awareness of opportunities and problems. Here, the focus is to analyze the surrounding or environment to identify the potential opportunities and expected problems. It involves asking certain key questions to determine whether the business is in the present situation and where it wants to move or go ahead. It is crucial to have a very clear understanding of the present situation of a firm. So the company asks certain questions like what business opportunities are likely there in the present and what kind of problems are expected in the future and whether it is necessary to devise a new plan or will it be able to modify the existing plans. So such key questions are asked in awareness of opportunities and problems. Let's move on to the next step, collecting and analyzing information. Here, the company need to gather and analyze all the relevant data. It involves understanding the market conditions, observing the market situation, making a thorough understanding of competitors' move or activities, observing the industry trend, and assessing the internal strengths and weaknesses and as well as capabilities. The goal in this step is to establish a cause and effect relationship between various factors in order to make a clear and informed decisions. So this is about the second step of collecting and analyzing information. The third step is determination of objectives. It is one of the most critical steps as the company must set specific, clear objectives for the organization. These objectives should be broken down into departmental and sectional goals in order to guide the entire planning process. So it is moving on from understanding the objectives of the firm and making it clear and specific to indicate the end result of planning activities. The objective should be for the enterprise as a whole, and then they must be broken down into departmental and sectional objectives. Let's move on to the fourth step, which is determining the planning premises and constraints. Premises are planning assumptions on the basis of which planning takes place. Planning premises are the assumptions which you make about the future, such as economic conditions, government policies, and market competition. Constraints are the limiting factors that may affect the business plan, such as budget or the resource availabilities. These must be clearly identified and considered to create realistic and effective plan. So therefore, there will be constraints like government control, which affects the plans. Plans should be formulated by the management in the backdrop of such premises and constraints. The fifth step is finding and evaluating alternative courses of action. After setting the objectives and understanding the premises, the company should brainstorm and identify the various alternatives ways to achieve the goals. Each alternative must be evaluated based on certain criteria such as time, cost, speed, quality, and feasibility in order to select the best option. So here the company most time is spent on finding and evaluating the alternatives because there should not be any errors committed here while choosing the best alternative. We move on to the sixth step, which is the implementation of the design plan. The final step is to put the chosen plan into action. It involves mobilizing of all the resources required, delegating the work or tasks, and ensuring effective communication throughout the organization is passed on to ensure that the plan is executed successfully. So, these are the 6 steps involved in the entire planning process.